Hello and hi, this is the viewer. Before we start the countdown, I would like you to support us by subscribing our channel. Number 10, RPG Rocket Propelled Grenade. With the RPG you can fire anti-tank rockets from the shoulder. Based on the Nazi Germany's Panzerfaust, it was developed into feared anti-tank weapon. A soldier with limited training and a cheap and simple rocket-propelled grenade can destroy a multi-million-dollar tank. It was widely used against the Americans in the Vietnam War by the Viet Cong and the People's Army. When the Soviet Army invaded Afghanistan, they faced the Mujahideen, who quickly became very adept in the use of it against tanks and military vehicles. Number 9, DSR-50, the 50 CL Sniper Rifle. The DSR-50 is bolt-action sniper rifle chambered to fire the massive .50 calories BMG round. It is based on the DSR-1, a specialized sniper rifle for police sharpshooters. The DSR-50 has an integrated hydraulic recoil damping system in the buttstock and an integral muzzle brake which reduces the perceived muzzle blast. Designed to punch holes in, lightly, armored military vehicles, will leave what happens when you shoot a person to your imagination. Number 8, Flamethrower. What is a flamethrower? A flamethrower is classed as an incendiary device that is specifically designed to project fire in a stream that is long and controllable. Flamethrowers were used first by ancient Greeks, as far back as the 1st century AD. In more modern times, flamethrowers were utilized throughout the First World War, by the Germans, and more commonly used in the Second World War. Number 7, Schwerer Gustav. Schwerer Gustav. This was the name given to a German 80 cm railway gun, a huge piece of artillery designed to be shot from a railway wagon. It was developed in the late 1930s by Krupp of Essen as artillery for the explicit purpose of destroying the main forts of the French Maginot Line during a siege. At the time, these were the strongest fortifications in existence. Gustav could fire shells weighing 7 tons to a distance 47 kilometers. When fully assembled, the Schwerer Gustav weighed nearly 1,350 tons. Number 6, Nimitz class aircraft carrier. U.S. Nimitz class. At over 1,000 feet, the Nimitz class aircraft carriers are the world's biggest warships. Costing around $4.5 billion each, they are also the most expensive. The 100,000-ton carriers can hold up to 90 aircraft and are fitted with anti-aircraft guns and missiles. They are expected to serve for 50 years. However, the U.S. is already developing its successor in the Gerald R. Ford class, which will be even bigger and is expected to cost around $12 billion. Number 5, Chimera Virus. In ancient mythology, a chimera is an animal formed from parts of different animals, like a hippogriff or a griffin, which aptly describes this virus. A Chimera virus is made by combining the DNA of 2 or more other viruses. In the 1980s the Soviets were experimenting with them, using the genetic material from other viruses and injecting them into a smallpox, or another, virus, thus producing a chimera. This process ensures the new virus is able to retain the smallpox's virulence and appearance under a microscope while at the same time it is able to spread an entirely different infection. Number 4. Russia's Aviation Thermobaric bomb of increased power. In 2007 the Russians successfully tested and released their Aviation Thermobaric bomb of increased power, quickly nicknamed the father of all bombs, FOAB. The FOAB is reportedly 4x more powerful than the US military's biggest non-nuclear bomb, the GBU-43/B massive ordnance air bomb, which is officially designated with the acronym MOAB and known popularly as the mother of all bombs. It yields an equivalent of 44 tons of TNT while just using only 7 tons of a new high explosive. Number 3. ICBM.
Check this out.
The Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, ICBM, is a ballistic missile that is guided to the target. It can travel at least 3,400 miles and was built primarily for transporting nuclear weapons. ICBMs have the capability of being launched from airplanes, submarines, missile silos, and vehicles. They became an integral part of the MAD doctrine because these weapons allowed the flexibility that enabled the country to strike back and destroy the enemy. Number 2. MIRV. The MIRV, which is a multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle, is a payload for ballistic missiles that contains multiple warheads. Each warhead has the capability of being aimed to hit one of many targets. The old-fashioned warheads could only transport a single nuclear bomb on a single missile and aim for a single target. The next step was the multiple re-entry vehicle, MRV, missile that could carry numerous warheads that were all dispersed but not individually aimed, which resulted in a blast similar to a shotgun. The MIRV solved that problem. All warheads were now targetable. Number 1. Tsar Bomba. Tsar Bomba remains the most powerful device ever detonated by mankind. To compare, the most powerful device the United States ever created was the B-41. It was also the only 3-stage nuclear device the US created. The B-41 had a maximum yield of 25 megatons TNT, while the Tsar Bomba had a maximum yield of 100 megatons of TNT. Of course, the most powerful nuclear bomb ever detonated had a massive mushroom cloud. The mushroom cloud is estimated to have gone as high as 40 miles in the sky, which is about 7 times as tall as Mount Everest. Thanks for watching.